In the depths of a shadowed jungle, where whispers of life intertwine with death's certainty, a tiger roams, a magnificent beast marred by a grotesque affliction that seems ripped from a nightmare. Across its once sleek and regal flank sprawls a monstrous hive, a buzzing testament to parasitic invasion. This gruesome fortress, built by swarms of relentless bees, festers against the tiger's skin, an unnatural scar forged from the collision of wild instinct and invasive horror. The hive pulsates with life, dripping a sticky, rancid syrup that oozes from cracked cells, while hordes of angry insects crawl and sting, stitching agony into the tiger's flesh. This is not just a simple wound. It is a living, breathing, loathsome structure, a perverse mosaic of hair, blood, and bees. As you gaze upon this horror, it demands a dark curiosity. How did one of the jungle's fiercest predators come to host such a repulsive infestation? The story unfolds in the microscopic larvae nestled within each hexagonal chamber, thriving on a parasitic symbiosis that defies our tidy nature versus nurture logic. These bees have seized upon the tiger's wounded epidermis, exploiting breaks in the skin caused by scratches or territorial fights. The hive expands, feeding on the disintegrating tissues beneath and transforming the tiger's body into a grotesque communal nest. The relentless buzzing is an omnipresent soundtrack, a hum of nature's cruelty and resilience blend in the shadowed heart of a forgotten pasture. A stark white horse stands as a living canvas of nature's cruel artistry, its pristine coat marred by an unspeakable wound, a ghastly hive of buzzing life embedded in its flesh. This is no ordinary affliction. It is a visceral testament to the complex and often brutal intertwining of species. The bee infestation clings not as a harmless swarm, but as a grotesque invader, crafting a hive within the raw, broken skin. Each hexagonal cell is pressed against the horse's inflamed hide, secreting cerumen and propolis, the sticky glue of the hive, interfacing in a disturbing hostage exchange between pain and persistence. The bees, oblivious to suffering, carry out their life cycle with mechanical precision, their buzzing punctuating the horse's agonized attempts at escape. The wound itself is a festering mosaic of honeycomb, an oozing tissue, a paradox of nature's cruelty and ingenuity. Pus bubbles to the surface where the epidermis once protected, an unholy mixture of decay and sweet, sticky honey, blending the natural reward of bee labor with the suffering. In the heart of the African savanna, where the golden grass stretches endlessly beneath a scorching sun, a creature walks with a haunting presence, a white lion, a ghostly apparition in this harsh wilderness. Yet it is not its rare alabaster coat that captures the eye, but rather the grotesque wound pulsating on its flank. This is no ordinary injury. It unfolds like a morbid hive of agony, a living testament to an invasion as strange as it is unsettling. Upon closer inspection, what emerges is a disturbing scene of nature's own darker alchemy, a bee infestation turning this majestic beast into an unwilling host for a nightmarish colony. The wound, a festering crater encircled by matted fur and scarlet weeping tissue, thrums with the relentless activity of thousands of bees. These creatures, generally known for their industriousness in collecting nectar and sustaining life through pollination, have here assumed the role of parasites. The hive, visibly protruding beneath patches of torn skin, accommodates a teeming population of bees that burrow deeper into the lion's flesh. It is an ecosystem of suffering, where tiny stingers jab incessantly, injecting venom that incites swelling and decay. The lion's pained breath and sluggish movements tell a story of struggle against this unholy takeover. Biologically, bees do not customarily prey upon large mammals. Their relationship to this lion is abnormal, a perversion of natural order. The initial breach in the lion's skin, perhaps from a territorial fight, a sharp branch, or even human interference, became an inadvertent invitation. The bees, attracted by pheromones or the scent of infection, swarmed in to colonize the wound, exploiting the vulnerability with a chilling efficiency. Inside this grotesque hive, the queen bee controls her subjects, while larvae hatch and mature in the nutrient-rich, inflamed flesh. What should have been a site of healing is instead transformed into a blooming garden of rot and thrumming wings. The physiology of the lion suffers profoundly. Such an infestation compromises the animal's immune defenses, leaching vitality and inviting secondary infections. The bee's stings cause local necrosis, turning living skin. In the heart of the African savanna, where the golden grass sways gently under the relentless sun, a haunting scene unfolds. A white lion, a rare and majestic creature, lies motionless, its once proud mane now matted and stained. But it is not the color of its fur that draws the eye. It is the horrific wound that mars its side, a grotesque testament to nature's darker side. This lion, a symbol of beauty and strength, is now a canvas for a gruesome infestation. A hive of bees has taken residence in its flesh, turning this noble beast into a living nightmare. As we delve into this chilling tale, prepare yourself for a journey into the macabre intersection of wildlife and the relentless forces of nature. The white lion, a genetic anomaly that captivates the hearts of many, is now a victim of an infestation that is as fascinating as it is repulsive. The bees, tiny yet formidable, have found a way to exploit the lion's vulnerability. They are not merely pests. They are a force of nature, driven by instinct and survival. The wound, a gaping hole in the lion's side, serves as an entry point for these relentless invaders. The bees, drawn to the warmth and moisture of the lion's body, have established a hive within the flesh, creating a grotesque colony that thrives on the very essence of this magnificent creature. As we examine the wound more closely, the details become increasingly disturbing. The bees, with their buzzing symphony, have created a hive that is both a marvel of engineering and a horror to behold. The flesh around the wound is swollen and inflamed, a vivid red that contrasts sharply with the lion's pale fur. The buzzing sound is a constant reminder of the life that has taken root within the lion, a sound that echoes the duality of nature, beauty intertwined with brutality. The bees, in their relentless pursuit of survival, have turned this majestic predator into a mere host, a living vessel for their colony. The infestation is not just a physical ailment, it is a testament to the harsh reality. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched meadow, a scene unfolds that is both captivating and grotesque. A majestic horse, once a symbol of grace and power, now stands in stark contrast to its former glory. Its coat, usually a shimmering tapestry of colors, is marred by a horrific wound, a gaping, festering hole that seems to pulse with life. This is no ordinary injury. It is the result of a bee infestation, a phenomenon that is as fascinating as it is repulsive. As we delve deeper into this unsettling narrative, prepare yourself for a journey into the dark underbelly of nature, where beauty and horror intertwine in a dance as old as time. The wound on the horse's flank is a grotesque testament to the relentless power of nature. It is not merely a cut or scrape. It is a hive. A colony of bees has taken up residence in the soft tissue of the horse's body. The bees, driven by instinct and survival, have burrowed into the flesh, creating a grotesque home that thrives on the very essence of the animal. The sight is enough to turn the stomach swollen, angry flesh, oozing with a mixture of blood and pus, while the buzzing of the bees creates a chilling soundtrack to this macabre tableau. Each buzz is a reminder of the life that has taken root in this unfortunate creature, a life that is both fascinating and horrifying. As we explore the biology of this infestation, we uncover the intricate relationship between bees and their environment. Bees are remarkable creatures, essential to our ecosystem, playing a crucial role in pollination and the health of our planet. However, when their instincts lead them to invade the body of a living animal, the consequences can be dire. The horse, unable to swat away the relentless attackers, becomes a host, a living buffet for the bees. The infestation can lead to severe infections, tissue necrosis, and, ultimately, a slow and painful demise. It is a brutal reminder of the harsh reality. Under the vast sky, where the wind carries secrets older than time itself, a creature roams, a bison, a titan of the plains, now marked by a grotesque affliction that arrests the gaze, a wound ached open and festering with the architecture of horror. The wasp nest. This mass of jagged, paper-like cells protrudes grotesquely from the beast's flesh, a haunting hive humming with sinister life. It is not just a wound, it is a fortress of torment, a living scar that tells a dark tale of survival and despair. The buzzing swarm is both a symbol and a sentence, the conflict between predator and prey rewritten in a language of stings and venom. These wasps have turned the bison's wound into an unnatural home, exploiting an injury that should have been a simple scar. Their nest is a labyrinth of misery, a pulsing hub where larvae are nurtured with the blood and tissue of the host suffering. This is not a harmonious coexistence, but a violent parasitism, where the wasps invade the host's body, feeding and breeding at its expense. The wound becomes a trap of decay and infection, a festering sore oozing pus, drawing flies and bacteria as unwanted witnesses to the slow dance of agony. In detail, the wasp infestation operates with brutal efficiency. Female wasps lay their eggs into the exposed muscle, where larvae hatch and burrow deeper, consuming living tissue. The adult wasps guard the nest with ferocity, patrolling the edges of the wound, driving away scavengers, while the bison endures waves of stings that inflame nerves and muscles. Surrounding skin swells and darkens, marrow deep, a sour stench of rot and sweat wafts from the wound, mixing with the dry prairie air. Here is an ecosystem of horror, powered by a